Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the EW podcast. He was the host of The Tonight Show for 22 years. He built up one of the most amazing collections of cars and motorcycles, and his latest passion, watch collecting. Tonight, Jay Leno is on our podcast.
You rockin' with Seth, so you rockin' with the best. Over 25 years, we've been better than the rest. Fred, he know these watches like the back of his hand. If you wanna learn watches, guaranteed this the man. I'm just saying. EW Podcast, EW Podcast.
Jay, thank you very much for appearing on this podcast.
Thanks for having me. Spacious office you have.
By the way, Jay,
Yes.
What are you doing here?
You asked me.
Do you know who the EW podcast is?
The EW podcast?
The EW podcast?
No.
Have you ever seen our show? I'm giving you a hard time.
Didn't know you had a show.
All right, we're obviously a watch-centric podcast.
I thought we were shooting porn here. All right, okay.
Little watch porn.
Watch Central. Well, that's why I'm here. I like watches, so.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, listen, Jay, I know you don't drink, but I was thinking, just for the hell of it, today would be the first day of your life that you'd have a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So,
no, that's not going to happen.
all right, let me go ahead and. Do you mind if we do? By the way.
Yeah, go.
And what can I get you? Do you want
just some crack, ecstasy, fentanyl? What do you
The most trendy stuff, right?
Yeah. I hate to be old school.
Still bubbly? Do you like Coca-Cola? Do you like Snapple?
A Coca-Cola would be fine.
Coca-Cola. Do you want diet or regular Coke?
Regular Coke. Regular
All right,
Coke.
coming right up.
Maybe an ice cube.
Oh, thanks,
Here you
Steven.
go.
Thank you, sir.
And was that whiskey? Is that whiskey?
Yeah, this is.
It's like the stupidest stuff. I don't get it.
This is some Scotch whiskey.
I don't get it. To me, you put a rag in that and you throw it. That's what we used to do when I was in college.
Oh.
But
Hey, this stuff is right up your alley, isn't
That was
it?
more exciting, right?
yeah. I never got the drinking thing. It never quite made any sense to me because I was always a designated driver,
Right.
So to me,
exactly.
to drink, like, well, why am I doing this for?
Well, listen, we've had other guests on our show that also don't drink,
Oh,
and they're all very, very successful people.
Well, that should
And
tell
so-
you something.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you can get a bigger office and stop drinking. Folks, it's just mirrors here. There's no actual. Yeah.
It's all a facade.
Well, you don't know what's behind the mirrors.
I assume they moved all the shoes out of here. Yeah.
All right, this is the perfect choice right here. Oh, this is actually zero sugar Coke.
it.
Is that,
The Sprite
is
is
that going to
better.
work? Oh, Sprite's better. All right.
Sprite is right.
You want to drink? There's a cup too for him, a glass, please. Here you go, sir.
Oh, well, thank you.
You got it. Yeah, thanks
Thank you.
again for
Very
appearing on the
scripted.
show.
Hey, sit it right there. That's
Right there, that's okay.
very good.
So, Jay,
Yeah.
this is Fred Brown. He's been working with the company for close to 15 years.
Yes, sir.
Fred, how are you, my friend?
I'm
Where
well,
you
thank
from?
I'm from Los Angeles, born and
Oh, you
raised.
got here? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then this is our producer, Steven.
Met Steven.
You
yeah,
met
yeah.
Steven? All right.
And where are
very
you from?
good.
You grew up in L.A. too?
LA, but currently residing in Long Beach, California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Long Beach is nice. I watched this old film noir movie with what was the guy's name? Just an old black and white, 1950, and they're driving like a 49 Mercury, and he's in Long Beach, and he says, I got to be in downtown L.A. Downtown L.A., that's a good 45 minutes from here. Now it's, 2.5 hours from Long Beach?
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
But in 1950,
Yeah.
it was 45 minutes, and there was no freeway.
Y'all street, huh?
Now you put a freeway in, it's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like I said, we're a watch-centric podcast,
All right.
but I figured before we start talking watches, let's do a brief introduction to the history of Jay Leno. Born in New York, you grew up in outside of Boston in Andover, near the New Hampshire border. You in school, you worked at McDonald's and you worked at a parking lot.
I must have dozed off. Yeah.
My question to you before, because
Yeah.
I know everyone knows you're a huge collector. When you were a child, did you already show signs of being a collector? Like, did you collect baseball cards, coins, stamps?
No, I never even think of myself as a collector. I didn't think it was a car collector. I just never sold anything. I watch the TV show Hoarders, and I go, "What's the problem?" I mean, the guys seem fine. You can still get to the bedroom. Look, the magazines are arranged so you can actually get into the toys,
Right.
and you can't shut the door, but it's okay. Right. So to me, no, I never thought of myself as a collector, but I suppose I am. Yeah, I like mechanical things. I never collected baseball cards or anything.
Interesting. I would have bet money that you were like a baseball card collector or something.
No, I'm not a baseball guy at all.
Okay.
I remember my uncle. I said I don't like baseball. My uncle said, "God," he gave me a baseball glove. I said, what are you doing? He throws me the ball, I throw it back. He throws me, I go, what am I, a dog? I get it. What part? What's the fun part here? Well, you throw it back. I throw it back. Then you throw it to me again. And I throw it back. And then he throws me again. At what time do we stop? When is this nonsense? I was horrible. No, I'm not a baseball fan.
All right. You weren't a baseball fan. No. You weren't a baseball card collector.
No.
You weren't the best student. So
no, I was dyslexic, so I was not a very good. Jay has the ability, but does not apply himself. No, I was not a very good student at all.
All right. You were in detention, and the teacher said, like, hey, you should go into showbiz. You were entertaining him.
No, that's not really. Well, kind of.
I read that.
A little bit. Well, that's when I got into high school. I like to tell jokes, and every now and then you get a teacher that just like jokes,
Okay.
And so you could get something rolling there. But no, I did have one teacher. I grew up back east, and back east you had career teachers. Here, every teacher's got a screenplay, or they're only teaching until and I'm not putting teachers down. I just mean it's not the end-all, be-all. Where I grew up, Mr. Robichaud, my history teacher, he was in the same homeroom for 50 years with the same suit, the same shoes where they're coming apart at the front,
Yeah.
and the chalk marks on the jacket, and just those kind of teachers. And all they wanted to do was teach, So I was very lucky that way. I was very lucky. And I had a teacher, she knew she said, instead of writing an essay, would you rather give a talk for 20 minutes? I said, yeah, I'll talk for 20 minutes. So, I put together something I thought was kind of, kid stories. The first time I got an A, my mother almost passed out, and so I said, oh, okay. And she said, oh, you ever think of being a comedy writer? When you grow up in a little town near the New Hampshire border, comedy, it's not a job,
right?
But my parents are very supportive. They just said, look, just finish college, and then you do whatever I want. So that was my deal. I would finish college, and then throw away everything I learned and become a comedian.
All right, but before you went to college, you had an amazing job working at McDonald's. Is that right?
Well, actually, not an amazing job working at McDonald's. I don't know anyone has an amazing job working at McDonald's. Well, no, not really. Why was it?
Well, I think it was amazing because you got your big break. You went to a McDonald's convention.
Oh, no, what it was
and they asked you to get up for a competition, right?
No, again, not quite true. But what it was there were in New England, a number of guys that owned 3 stores, 5 stores, 9 stores.
Right.
So they had is it intramural?
A convention.
Well, not a convention, but just they would get together. And each store would try to entertain whoever. And my friend and I did a comedy routine about McDonald's, and we won.
Right.
Yeah.
You won.
Yeah.
All right. That was your big break. I'm just joking.
Well, actually, that wasn't really a big break, but but we won, so that was kind of fun.
All right. We're going to keep on moving quickly. I know you'd rather talk about watches, but
we're not moving quick enough, actually.
Go
ahead.
Okay. In college, you also had a job. No. This is a good one.
But that's 4 years.
You had a job.
Oh, we're at it.
You had a job at a Rolls-Royce dealership, correct?
No, I worked at a foreign car dealership. Rolls-Royce was one, Mercedes-Benz. That's when they were truly foreign cars. We had Peugeot, we had Citroën, we had Bentley, we had every oddball car. Because in those days, they were called foreign cars. My dad would always say, you can't get parts for those foreign jobs. It was always a foreign job. If somebody had like Toyota was brand new then. In fact, it was in the California market in the late 60s, but didn't quite get across all the way to New England yet. But yeah, so that was...
So my question is, at that job, did you start learning how to work on cars?
No, I always enjoyed working on cars. I did what they call new car prep. You'd put on license plates, you'd clean the car for a customer. And since I could talk, I was allowed assigned to drive customers home, when they brought the car in for service or whatever it might be.
Right.
But the funny thing about going to New England, you just meet people. I remember I was the youngest guy cleaning cars, and most of the guys were 28 and older. And we had a job, once a week we would go out to this guy, his name was Tony Sabian, he was a interior designer, and he had a bunch of old Mercedes in Boston Hill, Chestnut Hill, that was like the rich area, and we would clean his cars. And I remember one of the guys said, hey, wouldn't it be great if our only job was to clean his cars? And I remember saying to them, wouldn't it be great to be the guy that owns a car? Yeah. And they looked at me like I was, they go, what are you talking about? Well, don't you think it'd be cool? Yeah, like that could have, you think you're, and it's the first time I met people who couldn't see beyond, I mean, they couldn't see doing any better than they are right now.
Right.
You know, and I thought, well, it just seems so weird. Because, you know, when at my graduation, I said I wanted to go out to California to be a host of The Tonight Show. Wow, I did, boo, people F you and everything. Yeah. I said, why is that impossible? That never happened. Yeah. I mean, I was lucky, fortuitous, okay. I did, not like it was destined, but it worked okay. So that California dream kind of worked for me. But when to meet people so young, even though they were older than me, and not even think of doing any better than you are right now, that just struck me as so, because I was not particularly well educated, so I didn't know if I'd do any better or not. But at least I thought I would try. You know.
Did you say that graduation of high school or college?
Graduating high school.
High school, you were already talking about The Tonight Show. Okay, so you got to L.A. in 73, moving out here back from
Well, I was
Boston.
coming out in 71, 72.
Okay, but you moved here more or less, 73, 74, is that right?
Right, yeah. That was
okay.
there.
All right, so within 3 years, you already had your first appearances on major talk shows, such as The Tonight Show.
Well, The Tonight Show was March 7th, 1977, so that wasn't 3 years. That was
4 years.
4 or 5 years. Yeah, something like that.
Amazing.
Yeah, but
Okay.
who's counting? You know, but you see, when you're here, minutes are hours, hours are days, days are weeks, and weeks are months. You know, when I did The Tonight Show, I was 27, and I thought, because they passed on me a number of times before I got it, and I thought, I'm going to be the oldest person ever to do the show. And I was 27. But I just thought I was so, because the guys had been on who were 25. And that 2 years seemed enormous when you're a kid. You know?
Okay, well, here's where I want to connect the dots. So from
this connects? I'm
here we go.
curious. I'm curious. I'm curious to see this myself. Go ahead.
All right, from 77, and then fast forward to 87, now you're filling in for Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. Now, in that 10-year period, that's when you started doing a lot of stand-up, and you were becoming successful. And I think this is the time period when you started to collect cars. Is that right?
No, not really. Well,
Not yet?
let me see. Did I have? Well, I had a motorcycle. I had a Sunbeam Tiger. Yeah, I had a couple of cars, but not many. I had motorcycles because you could put, 5 or 6 motorcycles where you park one car.
So did you really start collecting cars after you got The Tonight Show as the lead host?
I guess all during the same time, but yeah, I guess so, if it matters. Yeah, sure.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, for the
yeah, that's it. Sure.
for the
Yeah,
sake
why
of
not?
this podcast, it matters because
That's right. Yeah.
a lot of
Got
a lot of our clients are collectors. They collect watches. So I'm trying to draw
now
the
you
parallel.
tell me.
I'm trying to do the parallel with
I see.
collecting cars. So you started. When did you figure out that like you really wanted to be serious about collecting cars?
Well, again, I don't. If you look at my car collection, it's not like I have to have this supercar. I buy cars that have. I buy the story. For example, I have a 53 Hudson. So I get a call one day from this old lady, and she's got a 51 Hudson 4-door, which is not what I'm looking for. And she said, oh, my husband and I bought it new in 51. We drove it out here in California with our 2 kids, and he opened a gas station out here, and he died in 96, and it's been in the garage for 20 years. Would you at least come look at it? Now, she's 94 years old. All right, I got to look at it. And she goes, would you buy it? 5,000? All right. So I buy it, and I said, I don't really need this. So I take it back to them. So we paint it. It takes us about a year and a half, 2 years. She's 94. Let me call up and see if she's still alive. So I call up. Hello? Hi, it's Jay Leno. Hi. Oh, this is the car's holding. You want to go for a ride? Oh, I'd love to go for a ride. Can I bring the kids? I said, yeah, sure. Well, the kids are 74 and 72. All right. So I go out there, and the kids have got her blindfolded, right? And so she's touching the car. Paint feels so smooth. I will take the blindfold. And she starts crying. The car looks great. I said, come on, let's go for a ride. So we go for a ride. So while we're going for a ride, the 2 kids in the back start doing this to each other. Yeah. And she turns, I told Mr. Leno was like, and she's whacking the crap out of him. I mean, she's smashing him in the face. And they're all laughing. The 3 of you, damn kid, Mr. Leno was nice enough to take a ride, and you kids are back here making a mess. And she just, the 3 of them, hysterical, falling on the floor, And she lived to be 106.
Wow.
And, every time I get in the car, I laugh. It makes me smile because I just think of her. She was 96, no hearing aids, no glasses.
Yeah.
you'd think she's 57 or something, you know, but she's 96. And just whacking them. And my two kids, they're 74 and 72, which was like 20 years older than I was at the time.
They still got to respect their mom.
Yeah, well, it just made me, you know, so I mean, when you have cars, when there are stories like that, I bought another car from a guy, he lived here in Beverly Hills. And this guy was a movie producer. But he produced movies for black audiences with black actors. But he had, who was the famous black cowboy that just passed away at like 100? He was,
he was in the movie
I have to call my
Blazing
dad on
Saddles.
that
He was in Blazing Saddles.
No, I don't know if he's in Blazing Saddles, but he was a real. But this guy had like the black James Bond, you know, these guys. You know, they were, you know, those kind of pictures like this. So I go over to his house, and his house is period 1948. Everything is 1948, but perfect, you know. And there's a picture of his wife on the wall, you know, big picture, beautiful, you know. And I said, "Oh, who's that? That's my wife. Oh, she's very beautiful." I said, "She's still alive?" She goes, "Oh, yeah." And he says to me, "She don't look like that no more." I go, "I know." I said, "Well, I know that. I assume she's in her 80s or 90s, you know." But he was just funny, you know.
Yeah.
And that was the '67 Chrysler Imperial, and I bought that from him just because it made me laugh. You know, he wore an ascot, and it's very funny. You know, it's just funny stories.
Yeah, amazing. So, all right, let's get back to watches here.
We never got to watch. Wait, I didn't get us off watches. I was in watches from the beginning.
Again, that's my sense of humor.
I'm going to
That was
say
the last episode.
Exactly.
So while you're on the Tonight Show, I noticed that you're always wearing a watch. I mean, starting back then, you always were wearing a watch. You always
because I like
liked
to know
watches.
what time it is. Yes.
Okay. So what kind of, I know you weren't wearing the same watch every night. What kind of watches
Actually,
were you buying
was.
back then?
I had a Jaeger-LeCoultre Grandmaster Ravel, I think it was
Yeah,
called.
yeah. In
Great
gold,
watch.
in
Still
gold.
got it.
I think we have a picture of that to show you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great watch. That's a great watch.
But you were also wearing inexpensive watches during this time period as well.
Yeah, I just like watches.
Right.
I had one I had, and in fact, you can look it up. It's called the Jay Leno watch. That's mine. Yeah. What's that picture from? I wonder.
That we found that on
That
one
one's,
of one
that
of
one's
your.
from, I think you're at the Quail, but that's a JLC Master.
Is this the JLC you're referring to?
Yeah, that's mine,
the
yeah.
Grand Vade. That's an alarm.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic watch.
Yeah, that's a great
That's a
watch.
big hunk of gold.
And for 25 years, I've had that thing. But I've got the Sony Sportura, but they call it the Jay Leno watch because I wore it so often. They would watch it on YouTube. If you look it up, Jay Leno
It's
watch.
a Seiko.
The
It's a Seiko.
Seiko.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said Sony.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Seiko.
I'm pretty sure
sorry.
you said
Yeah.
Sony. Okay.
That's it there.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is actually probably one of the most famous watches that is associated with you.
Yeah. In fact, I had it rebuilt in Japan. They did a beautiful job.
That's an amazing watch. Did you bring it tonight?
No, I brought another one.
Just
but,
kidding. Okay. All right. So Jay, you're amassing this watch collection. Everything is going
Well, I'm
great.
not trying to amass. I like watch. Oh, that's a nice watch. Not really amassing.
Right.
At the same time, you're building your car collection, and now you're also building a motorcycle collection, correct?
Well, I just never sell anything, but yeah. But I'm not really amassing. Like, let me see what's the next.
Well,
strategy of buying.
I was lucky enough to go with you. Stephen and I came to your garage that time, and we saw your motorcycle collection of your, I think you pronounce it, Broff Superior.
Brough Superior motorcycles.
Can you tell us about the Brough Superior?
Well, Brough Superiors were the fastest motorcycles of the 20s. They were all guaranteed to go 100 miles an hour. And in England, they cost as much as a house. You know, England, you think it's class conscious now. In the 20s, it's unbelievable. So these were like gentlemen's. I always like English motorcycle. You know, America, it's all the Harley Bro thing and the tattoos. Whereas in England, it's like,
leather vest.
yeah, it's like gentlemen's motorcycles. You know, this is something gentlemen would ride. You know, this kind of thing. So that's why Lawrence Arabia liked Brough Superiors, and he had 8 of them. He died on the 7th one. The 8th one he didn't get to pick up because he died right before it.
Oh, before it got delivered,
No, it got delivered,
That's
yeah.
a shame. Oh wow.
I'll pass on your
but-
condolences.
But you do have the largest collection of Brough Superiors. Am I wrong?
Well, I guess so.
It's amazing. I know you don't like to brag.
Well, no,
I know
but
you're not here to brag.
again, I'm not trying to amass was the word. I'm not trying to amass a collection and crush everyone. Any other who comes close to me. No. I like motorcycles and anything that rolls, explodes, and makes noise.
Okay. All right, but you started building up so many cars. You actually started acquiring garages. I mean, one after another to fit your collection. Correct?
Well, I mean, this is California, and if you make a profit, you're forced out of business. So in the Valley, there's a lot of businesses that go under, and you just wait for the guy to go out of business, and then as soon as you realize he's making a profit, they're going to shut him down.
And this is where you shot your TV show, Jay's Garage.
I still shoot it there.
And you
yeah.
still shoot it there. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing. Specifically, what was also amazing for me when I went there was the artwork on the walls. I mean, so
Yeah, we hand paint all of those. Those aren't.
that was a huge project in its own.
Well, I like to have something on the wall because a lot of times you get the spouses looking at cars, you know. So they seem to like the artwork.
But that's a lot of square footage of signs that you've got. I mean, you repainted like what, from magazine articles or advertisements?
Well, see,
you
when
would
I was
then-
doing the Tonight Show, we had set designers. And if you have REO Speedwagon on, for example, they would paint some kind of REO Speedwagon theme thing in the background. On nights when we didn't have music, they're sitting around and they go, "Psst, guys."
Oh, that's how you did it. Okay, so you just had them working. I gotcha. That's smart. And then would you acquire your cars from international sellers as well as domestic?
No, I usually buy them from the people that owned them.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't see, you know, I always hear that I was at an auction in disguise and I was bidding. No, I don't. If people have something I like, I approach them and they tell me what they want for it, you know, and if I pay a fair price. I don't try to get anything for free because I don't sell anything, so I'm not interested in flipping a car. You know, you meet an awful lot of collectors that want their car to go to somebody who's going to take care of it, as opposed to they see it on Bring a Trailer or you know, some car website for like twice the price, and they realize, oh, I got taken. Here's the most LA thing like that. When my wife and I sold our house, we lived in Nichols Canyon.
Right.
And the woman comes with a child. Oh, I'm a single mom. I said, okay, you want to buy? And she gives me kind of. I said, honey, she seems all right. She seems like a nice lady. I said, you know, let's get all the drapes done. I didn't have the drapes done when I lived there, so we had the drapes dry cleaned, rehung them. She goes, oh, thank you so much. Month goes by. Let me go and see how our house is doing. I get there just as the bulldozer goes through the living room. I see the drapes. Drapes come down, get tangled in the bulldozer, and I realize, oh, she worked for some kind of company that buys houses.
For renovation.
You know, for, you know, these companies that buy like 40, 50 houses, you
Bringing
know.
a new development.
Yeah, bringing a new development.
But you...
And I realized, and I went, oh, I mean, I had to laugh. I got so taken in. I said, oh, I'm a single mom with a kid. Oh, I don't want, all right, let's give her a break. Let's get the dry clean. Yeah, it made me crazy.
But I think you got the cat out in time. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. Why would I leave the cat? I wouldn't leave the cat in the house.
The cat that was buried.
Oh, well, no, the cat was not buried. I'm not sure how we got to that. I'm not amassing cats or anything. The Mauritius has the one cat.
That would cause a catastrophe.
The catastrophe. That's right.
The 90s and the early 2000s, that was the time where the Recycler newspaper was really popular, and the automotive section was massive. Did you ever buy your cars out of the Recycler?
Well, no, because those are mostly just inexpensive. When I first came to L.A., I flew out here. I landed at LAX. I picked up the Recycler. I saw a car in Winchester. How was that from the airport? Oh, 6 miles. Oh, all right. Well, and you know, when you're a kid, you go, well, I'll go buy that car. You know. So I go out there. Guy wants $350 for it. Well, if I don't buy it, now I have to take a cab back to the airport. So I might as well buy it.
Did you have gas money?
I think I offered him $345, you know. and I still have it. My '55 Buick. Yeah, it's so stupid.
All right, let's move off of cars. Let's get back to watches.
We're not getting back. We have never been on watches. We never said anything about watches.
All right.
But go ahead.
So when was it that you actually caught the watch bug? Because I know that recently you do try to acquire more watches than you used to. What was it? Was it 2001? I'm sorry, 2021?
No,
when was it?
probably, I'm involved with this, the Audrain Museum in Newport, Rhode Island. And one of our sponsors was Alonga & Zoom.
Okay.
And I got to know them pretty well. And I like classic high tech. I like classical looking watches, but built with the best, if the most high tech or the best way to do it is a guy sitting there, a craftsman, or not afraid to use whatever tools. Like this one here. This looks like a very plain watch.
That's the grandfather clock.
Well, the thing I like about this watch is it's not a self-winding watch. But the nice thing is you only have to wind it 12 times a year.
Right.
It's the
It's
Alonga
a
31.
31-day power
Yeah.
reserve.
So
Yeah.
you've got a 12-foot spring in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And if you pull out, have you got your atomic clock on your phone? You'll see the second hand.
It's dialed
It's a
in.
mechanical
It's right
watch. Obviously, nothing is as accurate
Yeah.
as an electronic or an atomic watch.
Right.
But boy, this is damn close. I
Right.
mean, it's amazing. And I like the fact that it looks, I like that it's not gold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's platinum, but
Right.
it's just a nice looking watch that appears to be made as it would have been made in the year 1900,
Correct.
but using the finest materials and the most modern techniques. And yeah.
That's nice. And you got it in the deployment as well. All right. So, and that's a very thick watch, actually. That is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that.
Feel
what,
how heavy
What
it
is this? 12 millimeters? I mean, this is.
Hey, my
really-
watch is gone.
really thick.
Who took it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a heavy. I like a heavy watch.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Exactly. That's why I asked.
I let that one alone.
I was waiting for Jay to say.
Yeah, he gave you permission, by the way. Wow, this is a hunk of
Like
platinum.
when I
This is
pick up a
amazing.
titanium watch, I go, it doesn't feel like anything.
Yeah.
You know, I like having that on my
That's
wrist.
good weight. Very good weight to it.
Oh
Feels
yeah,
quality in it.
it's great.
It's almost as heavy as your Alvis Scorpion.
By the way, I'm very
Oh,
impressed
thank
with.
you.
I'm very impressed with the way you pronounce A. Langenson.
No, it's not Leilenga.
Hey, slow down now.
It's a long
Go ahead.
zoom.
Alungazun. Can you pronounce it?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
A long and zone.
It's A.
A long and zone.
A long and
A
zone.
for
A long and zone.
for.
Close enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
I know you're building a nice collection of Alanganson.
Yeah, I like them very much.
Let's pull out some other pictures of Jay's watches and let's talk about what he's collected
What
over
other
the
watches
years.
you got?
Let's go back.
We have some photographs.
All right, here we go. Jay.
Oh yeah, that's a great picture.
Jay, what were you wearing in this photograph?
Boy, I don't know.
That
I
looks
remember
like
when
a
my house
dice-
got robbed, that belt got stolen.
No.
The watches got stolen.
bracelet?
Yeah, everything.
That looks
yeah.
like a Diostar, like a Rado Diostar.
But it looks like you were wearing denim.
Hey, that's a shock.
Oh, what happened? Actually, I just realized you're not wearing a denim shirt right
Well,
now.
I got
It's-
denim pants on.
Yeah, you
I
sure
made
did.
the mistake of thinking this was a classy show.
Big mistake. Because all right, what's the next watch we can talk to Jay about? Here we go.
This is more of a modern shot.
I know you know this watch.
That's the watch. That's the same. Oh no, that is a. Is that my IWC? No.
No.
No. What is that one?
All right, here, tell him what it is.
I
know,
can't
yeah.
see.
Give him the blow up of it.
So, just recently, congrats on the Sheffield collaboration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we know not only did it do well, do you guys have plans on doing any more
Oh
watches
yeah,
with
we
Sheffield?
got another couple of hundred coming out in October. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so same with the.
Yeah,
the-
they sold out. The first 300 sold out in an hour and a half.
So now you're in the watch business.
Well, not in the watch business, but you know,
I'm just
they're
kidding.
nice. It's a Seiko movement.
Yeah, no.
People like it. It's got a bit of heft to it.
It's a
so-
driver, right? It has the whole dial shifted over,
Right.
so when
the
your hands
idea,
are on the
it's
steering
like
wheel.
the Vacheron Constantine.
The 1921 Historique,
1921,
exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Which I think you own that watch as well.
Yeah. I like that watch a lot.
Yeah.
Great watch.
I think the
great
day I
watch.
met you, that's the watch you were wearing.
Yeah, that's
was the
right, yeah,
1921
yeah.
driver. Fantastic watch. What else
Right.
you got?
I don't know if you're familiar with this, but a lot of watch dealers. So not only you have that watch, but watch dealers are coining this one the Leno. And I was wondering if you had any plans of maybe doing like a denim strap collaboration.
First of all, are you aware that they call this the Jay Leno? This is a 5980.
I know.
Patek.
I know the Patek. I don't have a Patek.
That's a Nautilus, but they're called the Jay Leno. Any idea why they would call it
well,
the Jay
I guess
Leno?
because I wear denim all the time. I assume, but yeah, I don't have any association with Patek, but I like Alonga Zone a little bit better. I
But
think.
the market has given this watch that nickname.
I think it's more so people are using that to sell the watch or like
Yeah.
maybe boost up a little bit like prestige with it.
Well, are you familiar with the John Mayer Daytona? Have you ever heard of that?
Well, yeah, sure. I know Johnson.
Okay. So that's the green dial Daytona. So now you've got the
Well,
John.
I got to hand me my bag. I'll show you
Jay
a watch.
Leno.
I think you might get a kick.
All
out
right,
of
let's pull out the bag. Great. Perfect segue.
it. Yeah, they are.
You're natural.
Jay probably knows Batman too.
The Batman watch?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Have you seen that one? Who makes that? Is it?
Batman is a Rolex.
No.
The nickname.
It comes with a big Batman. It comes in a Batman box.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob and Co.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like. How old are you? 12? I mean.
What's in Jay's bag? That's a new segment.
Now I don't know if you guys have seen one of these.
That's a nice bag, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
It reminds me of Norton.
You're familiar with Arnold & Son?
Uh-huh. We definitely are familiar.
Okay. I'm a big fan of moon phase watches.
Mm-hmm.
But I never found a moon phase I really liked until this one. Because this one has the actual moon in it.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an actual sphere, 12
Yeah.
millimeter.
Yeah, they made the three-dimensional moon
Yeah.
similar
I've
to
seen
Grubel
it.
4Z.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
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 And that's how many of these they produced? Do you remember?
I mean, I actually checked to see if the moon is in the right place when I look at it. I go,
It could be
oh,
3
yeah,
or
yeah,
8
yeah,
pieces.
yeah. No, they do 38.
They did 38, yeah.
Yeah, 38.
Can
yeah.
I see it? So this is rose gold. So you don't usually wear rose.
I'm
you-
not, but that's the only
right.
one that was available.
And this dial is something. I don't know. What are they?
It's that's a adventuring dial.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And the moon phase, the
Gorgeous.
light side actually has luminous in it. So
Yeah.
it does glow.
I mean, it's kind of fun because you look at it and go, oh, it's exactly like the moon. I mean, it does the moon phase perfectly.
Arnold and Son is one of these companies that they've been producing watches for a while, and recently they really upped their game, and they're really creating some magnificent watches. Some of their stuff from the past is a little generic, right, Fred?
Right.
It was a little
Yeah,
generic.
I think so.
but-
I would agree with that.
but-
And now they're with, I think they're aligned with Citizen, is it?
Citizen, I think they are under new ownership. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
who
think
the
I think
conglomerate
it's
is that bought
Citizen.
them, but yeah, they're definitely producing
Yeah.
some
But
much
they
more.
were famous because they did chronometers for the Navy, for the British Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Let's talk about what you told me from day one that you were collecting, and that was the chain Fougerant, or I'm saying it wrong.
Fusée chain.
Fusée
chain.
Fusée
No,
chain.
Fusée.
Fusée. Tell us about it.
Well, Fusée chain, the first Fusée chain wristwatch, well, it was used in pocket watches, primarily. The first use in a wristwatch was Alain Zone, or Alain Zan. They were the first ones, I think, in '94 to do that, the PLM watch. And what you have is like a 10-speed bike. You have to keep the constant force.
Right.
On a derailleur. On a derailleur, there's a spring load.
Right.
Just to keep the chain on
Right.
point. So with any kind of shock, it would absorb that shock so it doesn't fall
Yeah,
off
I've got the Alonga one. I've got the Zenith. Have you seen the Zenith? The Academy Jacques. I say his name. I can't.
Yeah, the rose gold piece that you just acquired, correct? That was something I was looking for. I
while
couldn't
ago.
even find it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you got it. I think you got that from Feldmar Watch Company. Is that right?
Well, I got it from Zenith.
Ah. Oh, wow.
I called the company.
Oh, you just got it direct. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and they had one, but through Feldmar.
Hey, it's Jay Leno.
They
Yeah.
well, not really, but
can't do an
I
impression.
just called in to do the,
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I looked on the open market, I couldn't find it. So you actually just called the factory, and you were delivered one.
That always works. I mean, you
That's
know.
good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't like you're pulling rank or anybody even knows who you are. It's just, oh, you're expressing interest in the watch. Okay.
Right. Jay, you really have a reputation of being one of the nicest guys
Well, that's going to end today,
in
believe me.
Hollywood.
This has changed me.
Yeah.
I remember, Jay, when you and I were walking down the street, we walked 2.5 blocks together to
Right.
Stephen Rostovsky's office one afternoon.
Right.
And it was amazing. Like, obviously, you're recognized by virtually everybody.
Well,
and
not
everybody that came up to you to either shake your hand or say hello to you, you were just the sweetest guy of all time. I mean, it really is
Well,
true
it's
what
not
they
that
say.
hard to say,
Yeah.
It's not
Remember,
hard.
to be polite.
remember the TMZ van came around the corner? They said, oh, over on our left, they said Jay Leno on the street. You're
yeah,
waving at the
yeah,
TMZ.
yeah, that's
That
right.
was hilarious.
There you go.
Yeah. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Well, thank you.
There's some more watches that we had pulled up.
What
for him,
else you
correct?
got? What else you got there? It's interesting.
Okay. Staying on track with Elanga.
Uh-huh.
What do we have here?
Remember
that's
this one?
Yeah, that's the. Yeah.
That's the Lang 1 moon phase, I believe. Is
No,
that-
That's the
that's not the,
Langamatic.
oh, the
No, no.
Langamatic. That's the world
no,
time.
Not a lot of Mac either. It's the. That is the
Time zone.
time zone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice watch. So you've really kind of focused in on Lang. That seems to be not your only watch you buy, but that is one of your favorites.
Yeah, it is one of my favorites. Yeah. It is.
Well, I think
Probably my favorite, yeah.
hopefully the executives are watching this podcast. I think they need to come out with a Jay Leno tribute piece.
Oh, yeah, that's what they need.
With the denim shop.
Well, they're a pretty small company. You know, they build every watch twice, which is interesting. They build it, and then they send it back. They take it completely apart and build it a second time.
Yeah.
But with every watch, even the less expensive watches, you know, and they sell about 5,000 watches a year, and that's it. I mean, Rolex does 1 million.
Yeah, right.
so-
Over 1 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Jay, can I talk to you about things that have happened to you later on life?
No. Yeah,
No,
all right.
can't go there.
What,
Right.
what do you want to know? Go
Well,
ahead. What-
you are quite the survivor. Let's just put it to you like that. Right. So in 2022, you were working on one of your antique cars.
Yeah.
You're minding your own business. It was a great day.
Well, you
Everything
work on
was
your own car. Of course, you
fine.
mind your own business. It's hard, when you're under a car working, you can't be,
You were literally
you
under a
can't be
car.
minding someone else's business.
I mean, I hate to bring back memories. Hopefully, you don't have PTSD from this. But you blew some gas through.
No. I asked my buddy to hit the airline. We had a clog in the fuel line. And he hit me with a face full of gas, and then a spark jumped and boom.
So you got filled up with gas. A spark hit.
Yeah.
And you find yourself fully engulfed under a car in flames.
Right.
Jay.
It was fine.
Jay. And then you went to the Grossman Burn Center, and they gave you a new face.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. I mean, literally, your face was
I'm a
severely
two-faced
burnt,
guy now.
and they did skin grafting, and now you look like
Fine.
perfect.
And then, like 2 months later, I had a motorcycle accident. The guy had a chain
Oh, perfect.
across the driveway with no
Okay.
with no flag, and boom! So I called the girl. Said, hey, I need another face. You know the face you gave me? Yeah, it broke again. So they
right,
gave
so
me another face. Yeah.
3 months later, you're minding your own business once again, riding a motorcycle, and a chain was going strewn across a parking lot, and it totally decapitated you.
Well, no, if it totally decapitated me, I wouldn't be here. And you all seem to have me minding people's business.
The mask.
When you're riding a motorcycle,
always-
you have to mind your own business. When you're
yeah.
under a car, you have to mind your own
All right,
business.
and then you broke some bones, and
no,
you survived that also.
Yeah, fine. Well,
You're amazing.
You know, people get hurt every day in jobs. If you're a policeman or a cop or a nurse or something, this is a common occurrence. You know, so nothing worse than whiny celebrities complaining.
And then,
Jay could have been a cop or a nurse.
and then almost 2 years later, once again, you're minding your own business on a grassy hill, back east
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, that's right. You know, it's so
Where
funny.
were you? Massachusetts?
No, I know. I was in Pittsburgh, and I fell down that hill and I smashed my face.
Yeah.
And
You
there are
sm-
all these things that the mob beat me up. Also, like the mob would drive out to Greenburgh, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
wait on a rainy night for me to check into a Hampton Inn so they could throw me down the hill.
Those-
But they've done something since I looked it up. It's the Jay Leno challenge. These guys thought I was faking it. So these guys go to the top of the hill and they throw themselves down. One guy broke his arm. Just so stupid.
He
so
hit the wrong
stupid.
rock.
So stupid. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, well, so those are just conspiracy theories. We should put them to rest.
all right.
For sure,
Yeah.
you don't owe money to the mob.
No.
You've never owed money to the mob, and you're good.
No.
All right.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm okay.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. If you owed money to the mob, you would just sell one of your McLaren F1s.
Well,
and
now you're using logic, and I think that's probably the biggest problem with these things. Yeah.
All right, Steven, did you have a question for Jay Leno?
Yeah, I was checking out. Are you a big fan of Shinola watches? I think we have every now and then we go on.
You know, I had one. They made one. I liked it because it looked like a military watch. It was a quartz watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny. They had a Shinola store down in the
Beverly Center?
the Grove.
The Grove.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Grove. Right.
So the battery went dead. So I go, let me go down to Shinola. I think I bought this about 2 years ago. Battery went dead. We don't do batteries. Or can you? No, we don't service them in any way. Well, all right. So I said, I threw it away. I just.
Oh no!
I was so disgusted. Really? I mean, you sell it. I come in. How hard is it to have a guy? I wasn't sure how to open the back of it because it's just.
Yeah.
I mean, I replaced the battery.
So that's what they just turn customers around. And
Well,
that's
it just made me laugh. They said, no, we don't.
The
You,
service.
you said you have to go to a watch shop or something.
Oh, they
well, this is a watch shop. Do you sell watches? Yes, but we don't. We don't.
I thought they just replace the watch and don't fix it. I thought that's what I heard.
No.
So they didn't even help you.
No, I didn't get it. No, I didn't get it.
Did they know who you were? They didn't want to even help Jay Leno?
No, I don't think I don't know who you were. Like corporate policy change. Oh, like a comedian.
I think after your experience with the service there, they finally start referring clients over to Feldmar to get the batteries replaced because they were an authorized dealer for the brand as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
That's
really.
good.
The court watch, she seemed like cheating to me. I like these things just for the sheer complexity of it.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know.
Did you bring any?
I
I'm
like
sorry.
it that it needs me. I have to wind it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like that part of it. So I can sit at night and count the clicks. You know.
Yeah, you just sit
what
there
were you
at
gonna
night
say?
in bed and you just turn your watch over and over. Did you bring other watches you wanted to show us?
No, I just bought these two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just I didn't
All right.
come out and be like, oh.
Fred, did you have a question for Jay Leno?
Fred, you got a question?
Yep, I got a couple questions for you.
Go
So
ahead.
with your in-depth knowledge to the A. Long and Son brand now, I know there was a void in that brand from 1945 to 1994. They weren't in production.
Well, they got taken over
Yeah,
by,
what happened in those 39 years?
by the Soviets. They were on the other side of the border. They were
They're on the side of the Rhine River.
yeah, they're on the other side. So
Yeah.
I guess Walter Longa, he once the Berlin Wall fell, then he started. They could go back and find old employees and do whatever they had to do, and they turned it around pretty good. You know, Longa was they were quite prevalent in the 1800s, 1900s. You know, they were one of the premier watchmakers. So to see them come back is pretty good, and I like them because they really feel they have to compete. You know,
Right.
I mean, compete against Patek and all these guys.
Against the Swiss, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's German, and it's very German in just the way it's very logical. You can read. Window is based on the Dresden Opera House, and you know that whole thing. But it's just fascinating. I find that the technology of it really interesting.
Yeah, the technology is interesting, especially when it comes to digital. Because, you know, today you say the word digital, most people think, oh, electronic.
Yeah.
But not knowing Long and Son, what they did back in the day with their, you know, the date apertures or time-telling
With the
apertures coming
Zeitwerth.
through.
Yeah.
Right, so these were considered digital.
Yeah, I got the
watches back then.
Zeitwerth, and it's interesting because most digital watches will go. It looks like it's a 2, and then when it goes about 20 minutes later, but with a Longa, you hit 12 o'clock and
It's responsive.
it's
yeah.
I mean
It's like magic. I've seen that, the disc
yeah
change.
yeah that's what I mean. It's just fascinating technology.
The coolest is when you get the double disc change from like
Yeah, when-
9 to 10.
Or you
right?
get like 11:59.
Exactly.
Then every one of them
Really,
change.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
Very responsive.
that's what I like about it. And boy, you know it when you wind it, you realize how much it takes an awful lot of power to move those heavy wheels
Right.
with the numbers on them. So you've really got to crank it on. In fact, I've made some winders.
Some mechanical winders.
Well, no, what you do is you get some fuel line, different sizes, and it's rubber.
Right.
And you put it over the end of the
the
watch.
crown and
It's
just
over the crown. And then you get a metal rod that fits inside the fuel line, the same diameter. So you have something, and it makes it so easy to turn,
Yeah.
you know.
So this is something you've invented.
No, I didn't invent it. I mean, people
It's
do
funny.
it
It's
for a long
kind of
time.
like a ratchet set, pretty much, right? It's
Yeah,
just a little bit
like a
more-
ratchet set, yeah. You know, there was a company selling electronic winders, and I thought the German one was $1,200, and the American one was $400. I'll buy one. It was so bad. It was so, you literally had to push it against the crown so hard that the friction would eventually move. And I thought,
Wow.
this is going to break the watch.
Or
I
destroy
called
the
I
crown,
called the
stem.
company and said, guys, I never return stuff. But this is the worst product I've ever seen. I said, I'm not trying to be, you're not hurting you're not helping your reputation. It just, I put it against
Was it like a Scola del Tempo or something? You remember what brand it was? The winder?
I don't,
winder,
I
yeah,
don't, I don't want to
Scotland
trash it. It was just, it was terrible. There's only 2. It's that one. It's the
That's
other
the
one.
one.
Yeah, it's the bad one. Yeah.
Did you have any more questions?
Yeah, so you've told us about your first California car. Do you remember your first California watch acquisition?
Well, you know, the nice thing about doing the Tonight Show was people give you stuff. Hey, would you wear this on the air? Sure. Yeah. So that's kind of how I got that Gégé quote.
Okay.
That's how I got that one.
Oh, nice.
And so people would just send you stuff, and that may have been how I got the Sony.
Seiko.
Why do I keep saying Sony? I don't know why.
Probably you're gonna start collecting.
I hate to correct you. I no disrespect. I don't mean to correct you.
Yeah,
But
no, please keep
definitely a
correcting me.
Seiko.
You know, I've got one of those Seiko Asherons, the electronic.
Astron's really cool.
Boy, that's amazing technology. It's really, really good.
You got the GPS locator on yours as well?
Yeah, it's got all of that. You
Very
know,
cool.
and it loses what, a second a year, some crazy thing. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It almost makes you, why do you even need a mechanical watch? But I like that part of it's mechanical.
Right.
So yeah, I like that it uses the best of both technologies. You know.
So it's the Seiko collection, but it's powered by Grand Seiko.
Yeah, it's Grand Seiko. Yeah, it's Grand Seiko. Yeah.
And you, speaking about digital watches, you also do wear an Apple Watch sometimes. I think we have
Sometimes.
a picture of an
I
Apple
do wear
Watch.
I wear
Yeah.
those. I didn't wear it an awful long time.
I mean, it's good for monitoring your heart. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm back to my mechanical watches again. But yeah.
And last thing, do you have anything else on your radar? Are you on a hunt for another watch?
Well, I'm looking at. I haven't seen any for a while. Is that Roman Gauthier?
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah.
Gauthier. He's got the logical one.
Beautiful watch. Yeah.
It's an engineer's idea of a watch,
100%.
more so than a watchmaker.
Right.
Because the actual chain is only this big, and it just, he's so, being an engineer, you don't want that to deviate. When it has to go around this way, it's likely to slip or, So his just goes one direction back and forward. And you got the rubies in between there, so it never needs any kind of lubrication.
Right.
I mean, it's just a well thought out piece of engineering. I mean, I like extremely complicated answers to simple questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I
That's-
always find that fascinating.
It's like looking at a Longa. You look at the front of this watch. It's very simple. But
Right.
if you get into the mechanics of it, there's a lot going on.
Oh, it really is.
Right.
It really. My favorite along is the Terra Luna, which is the moon phase watch.
Right.
I mean,
That's gorgeous.
yeah, it's amazing, and it's so accurate, and it's a complete. What do they call it? It's not a perpetual. It's a. I guess it's
Well, it's a
perpetual,
moon
yeah.
phase. And that's a complete set, actually. You can get all different colors of that line. That series.
Yeah, boy, it's terrific. It really is an
No,
impressive.
it's not cheap. It's a great set of watches.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, those are beautiful. I love those also. Okay, listen. Before we say goodbye to you, I did have one more question for you.
All right.
All right. And it's not watch related. It's a personal question.
How much this time?
All right. So you've interviewed almost, I guess I want to say every single president since Reagan. Am I wrong? You've literally had them
guess so.
across from you.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Out of all the presidents, I know you don't drink beer, but like if you had to drink a Sprite with a president, who would you choose for an afternoon?
It's funny because it's. I mean, I'm pretty good friends. There's only one I don't have any interest in. You can figure that out.
Yep.
Bush was an interesting guy.
I'm sorry, Junior, I'm assuming?
Well, both were. Junior, I've been down the ranch with him a bunch of times, and he'll call up and say, "Jake, come on down. I'm going to cook burgers for the guys, and you tell some jokes." Okay. And he invites all these wounded servicemen because, I think he knows he screwed up. But he does seem to have a conscience, and he seems to. He's a very real guy in person, I remember saying to him, I think history in the long run will be kind to you, Mr. President. He said, well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, he's one of these guys that thinks he's the greatest guy that ever lived, I think he tried to do the best job he could do. I think he sometimes get taken in by advisors and people around you, so you never quite know what's true and what isn't. But I always found him to be he's very nice. It's just and a really funny guy. Mm-hmm. He's a funny guy. Barack Obama, I loved. He was terrific. I met Hillary had the nomination locked up, and Barack Obama came out of nowhere. Do you know who Philip Crane was? Philip Crane was a state senator. I believe he got caught having sex with his babysitter. So he had to step down. So the Republicans said, oh, good, that guy's out. So they ran their black Republican, Alan Keyes. You remember him? Very conservative black Republican. Okay. So then the Democrats said, we got to get a black guy. So they got Barack Obama, the community organizer. So I always tell people, Phil Crane hadn't screwed the babysitter.
Right.
So anyway, so Barack Obama decides he's going to run for president. Now Hillary's got it locked up. So I called him up. I said, hey, you want to come on? Oh, yeah, thanks, Jay, man. He comes out here, rents a car by him, drives himself to the studio. He walks on and he goes, Jay, my name's Barack Hussein Obama. I'm running for president of the United States. I said, well, let's see. A black guy from Chicago, nobody ever heard of, his middle name was Hussein. You know, you're a shoo-in, man. You shouldn't even
With
have
everything
to.
else going on in the world at that time.
Yeah, and, you know, he thought that was pretty funny. And we got to become friends. And so the next time he came on, it was the first time a sitting president had ever done a late-night talk show. And this time, the Secret Service tented the whole parking lot, 2 acres. So when the president's limo comes in, a satellite can't see where it goes. Okay, so, all right, so, and I get his phone number. I have a cell phone now from before, right? Now this is what happens when you grow up in a small town, like I did. I tell my stupid friends from 8th grade, you know, Obama gave me the cell phone.
No.
But you don't have it. Nuh-uh.
Fake story.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, so let's call him up. I go, I'm not going to call him. He's president of the United States. You guys are stupid. No, you don't have it. Yeah. So I show him my phone book. I cover it. I go, see, it says president of the United States. Yeah, you know the. I said, you want me? Fine, I'll call it. I figure, what time is it in Washington? It's 3 o'clock. Okay. So I call down, ring. Barack here. Mr. President, Jay Leno. What can I do for you, Jay? I'm just here sitting with some of my friends. Lose this number, Jay. Wait, can you hang
Lose this number.
I mean, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
man.
He was nice.
All right, so for the record, your answer was W. W is the one that you would...
Well, you know, I like them all. I have great respect for The Office. So anybody that does that office, because up until recently, I think The Office changes people. It makes you a bit more, okay, maybe it's not all about me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's about everything else in the world, you know. And that's what I find fascinating about it. But you're right. God, it's like the loneliest job in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Like I always tell people, you can make more money doing 2 weekends in Vegas. You know, why would you want to be president of the United States? You know? But it's a horrible job because half the people always hate you.
Right.
You know? Yeah, I met Colin Powell and I were great friends, and we would do gigs together. I'd come out and tell some jokes, and then I'd bring him out on stage, and I would interview him, and we'd take questions, you know. And he told me, he said, the best day is the day you announce you're running. From that point on, it's just done. Because then you feel what? About what? Well, how about this? We thought you were on this side of that issue. No, and they just hate you, and they hate, you know. I wish he had run. He would have been a good president. He would have done a good job.
Colin Powell.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was a great guy.
Was he like a real big dude in person? I've never seen him in real life.
Not real big, but had presence.
Yeah,
you know. His wife Alma was so afraid that he would be assassinated. I mean, like this afraid. I mean, to the point where he's a good husband. He like he told me, he said, I dragged her all over the world, every sleazy army base. I couldn't do that to her, so I decided not to run. And that's why he didn't run. But I think he could have won if he had run. I think he would have been a good president.
Well, Jay, you know, I really appreciate your candor, your honesty. Thank you for
Well, thank
opening
you
up.
for my candor.
The watch industry in general is lucky that we have you now
Yes,
as a proponent.
yes,
You're
very
gonna,
lucky.
I think, a longue journée are going to shoot
We're
up in demand
amassing.
thanks to you, and thank you for amassing watches.
Thank you, amassing.
Jay,
Amassing
it was an honor. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for coming
guys.
on.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah,
it. Thanks,
you're the
guys.
man.
Gentlemen.
You're the
gentlemen.
man.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, guys. Thank you. There you go.
All right, guys.
Let's take a few of these with me.
Jay Leno and I, we're going to see you next time on the next EW podcast.
EW podcast. I hope you know we talking about a watch.